This morning after a video has surfaced that appears to show U.S. Marines mistreating bodies. This may have been in Afghanistan. We do want to warn you, though, you may find this pretty disturbing. Barbara Starr has details from the Pentagon now. Now, Marine Commandant General James Amos has ordered a full investigation and preliminary inquiry into this. He says the behavior is, quote, wholly inconsistent with the values of the Marines. This morning, NATO-led forces in Afghanistan said this appears to be a small group of people who are no longer in the country. Michelle Obama is speaking out. She says a new book has it all wrong. The First Lady says there was not any tension between her and the president's former aides. Michelle Obama is reacting now to a new book which claims there was friction between her, a former White House chief of staff, and a former presidential secretary. Here is CNN's Elisa Sylvester. Welcome back to HLN. A top freestyle skier is fighting for her life in a Salt Lake City hospital. The parents of an 8-year-old boy who died of cancer could go to prison because they didn't get him medical care. But they say they just couldn't afford it. That's why they didn't. You saw the daughter there with the parents' lawyers, the sister. They say the parents were turned away from hospitals because they didn't have insurance. But Dr. Drew says something could have been done here to prevent Willie's death. Even without insurance, even without a lot of money, he says someone would have helped. And the parents never apparently went to the doctor, ever. The chief medical officer for the American Cancer Society says a hospital would not have turned down that family, as Dr. Drew said. William's parents each face up to 8 years in prison. If you have an older Ford Escape SUV, listen up. Do not park it in the garage because Ford says it could catch on fire. Ford is recalling about 450,000. There are actually two separate recalls here. First, the most dangerous one, that's about 250,000 Ford Escapes. They could start leaking brake fluid and catch fire. They're from 2001 and also 2002. Ford is advising owners to not danger there, Mike. Sometimes it's against the law, but not for much.
And that's what you hear a lot of.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's just a song.
And I think she was justifying it by the menus. There was a nice menu.
And it was a charity event. And I respectfully disagree. Let me just say that for the record.
Still a young girl. I do too.
5-year-old. Yeah.
We agree, Mike. Thanks. There's a big consumer electronics show, as you know, in Vegas, and it's looking more like an auto show these days. More technology is going into your car now. Mario Armstrong says it may even keep you from crashing. And you can read much more about what is hot at the CES just when you think you've heard it all. As you know, in the Casey Anthony case, not so. Casey Anthony is making news again. First, it was her video diary, which came up on the web. You saw parts of that. Now her shocking allegations of date rape and who she is blaming for little Kaylee's death. Let's go to Beth Karras. Really incredible story here. A first grader ran for his life, but his school bus still ran right over him. Amazingly, he has just a couple of scratches to show for it. As Bert Mamolo from KTUL in Oklahoma reports, the bus driver has a lot of questions to answer now. He might get a girlfriend because of it. Amazing he's okay. Our thanks to Bert Mamolo from Hendricks and prayed as a possible tornado ripped their homes apart. So many great stories of survival there. After the storm, as many as 800 homes were without power. Those people were okay. This is a strange one here. A pastor and his wife in North Texas are taking their love life public. You're waiting for the punchline there. You're thinking, really? Is that happening? Pastor Young once challenged his congregation to have sex for 7 days in a row. He says he wants couples to rekindle their special bond. Have you noticed it gets harder to lose weight as you get older? There are ways, though, to keep your metabolism feeling young. Elizabeth Cohen has today's Health Minute. Jumping the gun on this one. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie stopped by the White House to meet with President Obama. They brought a bunch of